What is up, guys, and welcome to another video slash podcast. The Knicks are facing the Detroit Pistons, which I'm not gonna go too in depth in this game because I don't really need to. Like, the Pistons are bad. They dropped another game, and they're 2-15 or something like that. They're awful. But I'm gonna talk more about the insta tournament in a few minutes. But let me talk about this game. Let me go a little bit in depth. Not that much. I'm gonna try to go as little bit in depth as I can. Try to go as much in depth as I can because there's not really a lot you can go in depth about this game. Um, but what I want to say is make them play in the half court. The Knicks gonna make them play in the half court. Um, the Detroit Pistons half court offense is awful, but the Detroit Pistons can play in transition, which I did say in the last podcast. They are a scary transition team, but the whole half court offense is like putting me against an NBA team. Like it doesn't work. It just doesn't work, and it's not gonna work. And I swear they could probably score 0 points if the Knicks just tell them to play half court. Like, and that starts with taking care of the ball. The Knicks need to take care of this basketball today, tomorrow, or whatever. Today, if it's posted today. I'm doing it at night, but today they need to take care of the basketball because if the Knicks do, they will be able to, find the open man. And I think that, we'll be able to. The Knicks will be able to attack enough closeouts where the Knicks will just get easy paint points or get easy 3-point shots. But the first thing is, of course, you gotta hang on to that basketball. You have to, because if you don't, then there goes Asar Thompson back in transition, gonna do a 360 because he's seeing the freaking celebrities in the front row. But yeah, that's also big too. I mean, I keep saying this because even though how bad the Pistons are, you see all the celebrities. Let's think about the human element. You see all the celebrities. I know the whole Jordan Poole thing about all the girls. No, it's just celebrities. Like you see celebrities, you're like, hey, if I see Chris Rock on the Knicks game, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try to show off against him. I'm for him because he's a celebrity. I'm gonna try to make sure he knows my name. You know, and that's what the Star Thompson and Kate Cunningham and all those type of players are gonna try to do. I mean, man, if you go to a garden, there's a thing called Celebrity Row. Like, come on, like there's a bunch of celebrities there, and Asar Thompson and Kay Cunningham. We gotta stop them from going off, cause and and Jalen Duren, because all they're gonna see is those celebrities, and they're gonna want to go off. And we see, I mean, not saying the celebrities, but you're also playing in the most famous arena, and you just want to get energized. It just gets you up every single day. Like the Pistons are gonna wake up early. Like I'm recording this at night, so they're gonna wake up very early tomorrow. And be like, I can't wait. It's like waking up and on your birthday. Like you can't fall asleep. That's what playing in the most famous arena is. I can't really say because I don't play basketball. I mean, I don't play NBA at all. But it would be kind of thing. Like if I was gonna play in the most famous arena, I wouldn't sleep. Like I'd be circling the day on my calendar. This is the day I get to play in the most famous arena. That's big. That's big for everybody. And yeah, even LeBron, not even just these players like Kate or Asar Thompson. No, it's LeBron. Like LeBron circles these days, Curry circles these days. Like it's the most famous arena. You're gonna get the best every single night from your opponent, and you just have to be ready for that. You cannot be unenergized going in the game, and in any game, because you're gonna get the best from the other team. Um, Let me talk about the Pistons offseason a little bit. I got a link to somebody's website, which I'm going to click on, about how they said they graded. So I think it's Pistons Power. I'm going to actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm gonna link this down in the description. If you all want to look at the Pistons offseason, how this guy graded the Pistons offseason. So I know it's not this big offseason, but again, let me talk about it. They drafted Asar Thompson. big. We already talked about him, how electric he is defensively. Mature defensive player. I don't know how many times I can say this, but a mature defensive player. I mean, he just plays like a freaking he plays like a beast when it comes to just run down transition. He's just faster than you sometimes. He can jump higher than you. It's crazy bounce. Kind of the only thing good, and him and Kate are the only thing great about this Pistons team right now. They traded for Monte Morris, which I don't think he's played this season. I just always see him out. So, I'm just guessing he hasn't played this season. But good veteran point guard. Um, Always has been. Just somebody you can use on the bench, and definitely that connector. I mean, we see those connectors with young teams. I know we're talking about the Pistons here, but Rockets always had that connector like Fred VanVleet. That player who can just connect the team together, be like that guy, like as a point guard. I don't know if you know if I'm using connector right at all, but I'm trying to say somebody can put the team together, and that's what Monty's supposed to be. He hasn't played, I don't think. So whatever. Hired Monty Williams. Now let me talk about Monty Williams. A big time contract. My man got paid. My man got paid. Shout out to him, man. He went to Detroit. I mean, he felt like kind of a Detroit coach, but again, you can't really base off of his success because of how bad the team he has had to coach. He's not, he's not the greatest coach of all time. He can't just be like, he can't fix shooting himself. Like, he can't just be like, he can't just like inject something that makes Kay Cunningham shoot 50, like make threes and like make every single three. He can't inject a pill that makes James Wiseman suddenly a stretch five. Can't inject a pill that makes Jalen Duren just automatically a stretch five. He doesn't have the facility for that. But again, he's a great coach. They just need to build a team around him. That's something that they are trying to do. I mean, Troy Weaver in that front office. I mean, he hasn't really the results haven't been there, but he's trying. He's trying. Traded for Joe Harris. I mean, do I really need to say anything? Just great shooter, great veteran shooter. That's it. Somebody you just rely on. And again, I told you about the spacing problems. And I've not seen Joe Harris this year. So, might want to ramp that guy up, because you're casing two bodies every single time he tries to drive. So let's ramp him up. Let's get him going. Because even him like on a torn ACL, let's go. I mean, I don't even know what injury is. Put him in the corner. People respect him. So K doesn't see 3 by tonight. Let's ramp him up. Extended Isaiah Stewart. I mean, they have so many bigs though. I don't like. You know what? I don't like that because you're gonna have to pick a big. You have Wiseman. You have Bagley. You have Stewart, and you have Durant. That's 4 bigs. That's 4. 4 of them things. 4. And you also have like a big wing in Bogdanovich. But those 4 of them things. Bro, like, and you have Livers, who plays a little bit of power forward, a little bit small forward, but you have 4 of those things. Like, you only had to pick one, and I think who wants to make? Do you trust Troy Weaver to make this? Like Pistons fan, do you trust Troy Weaver to make the decision of who to let walk? Like, I don't want to let you down the comments, Pistons fans. Do you trust Troy Weaver? I know some Pistons fans don't. They think he stinks to the job, which I mean I would understand. The execution has been well, but I mean it looks like he's trying though. But do you trust him to make the move, or it goes okay? Just for example, goes Marvin Bagley. You're gonna like we're gonna trade you for a second. James Wiseman, we're gonna trade you for a second. Do you trust him to make the decision? I don't know. Leave that down in the comments. And who would you, if you were to pick a big Pistons fans to leave? Who would it be? Leave it down in the comments of the YouTube video. I don't know. Spotify. I have no clue what that does, but whatever. I mean, I'll get to learn the thing, but. Draft the Marcus Sasser. I don't really have like a big kind of profile of him. I even really saw him that much. I'm not tuning into Detroit Pistons basketball like that. But he's a great guy to have off the bench. Another guard though. I mean, guards. Can we get some wings? Can we get some you pick so many high? Okay, whatever. I mean, it's a good off season. I try to link this down. I might forget. In the description of the YouTube video. I don't know if I get the Spotify video. So if you want to look at the amazing Detroit Pistons offseason. You guys can. Um, so we're already 10 minutes into this, and we haven't even started to talk about the in-season tournament. Let's get right into it. My opinion on the point differential. I think that everybody is being so like, basketball and random rule this and random rule. You're professional basketball players. You're grown men. Let's play to the final whistle. All these people were like, all these guys who are like professional, who are like NBA players go like, I want to play the final whistle. You always have to play the final whistle. Well, then let's play the final whistle. Let's do it. Like, come on. Like, that's what the NBA is trying to promote. Let's play 40 minutes. I can't be sitting here and leaving. You know what? Because a team was up. I heard that somebody was watching the Sacramento Kings game. I can't really watch it. I have to go to sleep. But somebody was like up when the game was 24. When the Sacramento Kings the Warriors were up by 24. But you can't leave because even though, at the hindsight is they came back, the Kings came back. But you can't leave because the point differential is a wild card. Big. I see Mike Breen making classic calls when the Knicks are up 25. It's the greatest thing I've seen. Like, I'm not leaving that Knicks game, even if they're up 25. That's not even just a 3. Hit different. And we're up 26. Like, it's big. It's all big. Every single point counts. I think that is what they should do. Every single point counts. You know what? I actually saw somebody, I was listening to somebody who did give a good idea, is to only put the point differential at 10, like the highest you can get, because it gets more fun when it comes to the last day of the season. You're kind of copying soccer. We're like, yes, soccer. It'd be a 2-1 game. We can get a little bit more soccer, like you said, if it's like, okay, the Knicks won by 44 in point differential. It's 44-27 point differential. Let's not do that. Let's shrink it down to 10, 8, 7. So maybe it'll get more intense in the last game of the season when it comes to point differential. I don't think, you know what? I understand that too. I understand that. I actually do. And I would like to see that because again, it would make the last day of the in-season tournament even more hyped. And again, no one wants to sit down for a 24-point game, but you have to if you want to keep up with the NBA. You have to, and it's great. It's great to see more basketball. Giving me a reason to watch basketball. Today we got some games who are blowouts, and I'm just sitting here chilling. What am I supposed to watch? Pelicans up 20, Grizzlies up 20, Nuggets up 15. About, like, what am I supposed to watch? Like, I know the Clippers are coming up, but I'm Eastern time, baby. Like, I gotta go to sleep soon, man. I got a lot, but what am I supposed to watch? But in the in-season tournament, I would turn on a game and I'd be like, yeah, it's a 20-point game, but this stuff still matters. Point differential wise, still matters a lot. Still matters like, a regular game. But today, it's a non-regular season. It's a non-in-season tournament game. So it just doesn't matter. Like, that's the difference between, that's what Adam Silver has tried to put in place. That is exactly what he tried to do. And he's hit on it perfectly on the head. High competition. I don't think it's a coincidence that the Knicks comeback was in a in-season tournament game. They didn't want to go out like that. No way. No way. No way. Especially in an in-season tournament game. Dame went off at the end of the Knicks versus Bucks game. Dame went off again to win the group in like a day ago. Like, that stuff doesn't happen in a regular season. Yes, Dame might go off, but the Knicks coming back by 20 up, like down 20, doesn't usually happen. They just had that energy because they're like, we don't want to go out like that. Like, especially in the in-season tournament, we want to go to Vegas. Like, we want to win that money. I know it might not be a lot of money, but we still want to be an NBA. We still want to win especially the first one. Like, the first one is great. Like, saying that you won the first NBA Cup is insane. So that's the biggest thing I think this year to really punch out to the players. Like, you can win the first NBA Cup. Like, that's big. My prediction for this is like It's like if do the Pacers want it more than the Boston Celtics? That is my thing. Like I want to see if the Pacers really want it more than the Boston Celtics. Because I heard about Tyrese Halliburton saying that he wants to win like something, and he hasn't really done that. He's been on the Kings when they were like the historic bad missing playoff team, and he was on the Pacers. I mean, the Pacers are decent, but they weren't that good for the last 2 years. I mean, look, he has a chance to win something, and does he want it more than Jason Tatum, who has won? I mean, not won anything, but he's gone in the NBA Finals, and he knows that maybe he'll win. He has a good chance of winning the NBA Finals. So does he take a break, and Tyrese Halliburton just goes God mode, and just no one can stop him, or does the Celtics just buckle in and be like, we want to win this in the NBA Finals? Not saying that Celtics are just punch ticket in to win the NBA Finals, but you know what I mean. But do they want it more? That's That's what I'm watching here. Do the Pacers want it? Like want it more? Because I think they might. Does a team like the Pelicans want it more than the Kings, or does the Kings want it more? Like the wanting it more is my biggest thing. Because the Pacers are in this, and who wants it? LeBron definitely wants this. He wants to win this NBA Cup. I mean, what will that rank him legacy wise? Like, would it be a bit like it's gonna be hard? Like, if LeBron somehow gets this win, like in the NCAA tournament, what do we rank? Like, how do we rank this? Like, how do we put it on? Do we give him like a little boost up? Like, I don't really know who the GOAT is, but like if you think that MJ is better than LeBron, do you really give him that boost? That's just saying that. Like, I'm not gonna give you my GOAT take because whatever. But does that give him like the little boost up? Like, when you're shooting the water gun and the balloon, and does it give him the level up? I mean, I don't know. Leave in the comments. What does the in-season tournament cup do to LeBron's legacy? Like, does it mean a lot, or does it mean a little bit? Does it mean does it mean maybe a lot, maybe not? Like, let me leave it down in the comments because I don't really know. The first one is pretty big though. Just to be fair, the first one, if he wins the first one, that's big though. Even any player who wins the first in-season tournament cup, that's big. I mean, that's always gonna be big. But yeah, leave it down in the comments. What does that do? I mean, I hate saying what does that do to LeBron's legacy, but does he really want that? Like, is he really looking like I don't know, man? Like the Indiana Pacers. The reason why I say this is that if we look at like, could the Pacers beat the Celtics? Maybe, like as I say it, no. You're probably no. Do you think they like in season tournament? I feel like anything can happen. I have this March Madness vibe, like with less teams starting out. Like there's a team like Zion, like does Zion want it? Does Ingram want it? Like that's the things that I'm gonna go into this and be like, how much does the Pacers want it? How much does the Pelicans want it? Do the Knicks just want to win something because they are? I mean, the Knicks are good. I mean, I think they could possibly win this. I mean, if they get back to the Bucks, and then the Pacers want it more than the Celtics. We face the Pacers. I just think our defense is just, we're just gonna try harder, and then they are. I mean, I know it's the. I think I'm just dumbing down basketball to be like, who wants it more? But like, it really is that. I mean, you have a chance to win something as Tyrese Halliburton, like in Tyrese Halliburton's shoes. Aren't you just gonna go out and get it? That's my thing. Leave it down in the comments. Peace. Have a nice day, and let's go next and subscribe to the YouTube, and also 5 stars in the podcast.